News: Stop attacking protesters. Biden tells Buhari military. The Democratic presidential candidate in the upcoming United States election, Joe Biden, has called on President Buhari to adequately stop the attack and crackdown on the protesters, which had led to several deaths. The former American vice president said this is in a statement titled "Violence in Nigeria," statement by Vice President Joe Biden on Wednesday. Biden said that the United States must stand with Nigeria, who are peacefully demonstrating for police reform and seeking an end to corruption. The statement read, "I urge President Buhari and the Nigerian military to cease the violent crackdown on protesters in Nigeria, which has already resulted in several deaths. My heart goes out to all those who have lost a loved one in the violence. The United States must stand with Nigerians who are peacefully demonstrating for police reform and seeking an end to corruption in their democracy. I encourage the government to engage in a good faith dialogue with civil society to address these long-standing grievances and work together for a more just and inclusive Nigerians." Thousands of youth have been in the last 2 weeks been protesting against police harassment and extrajudicial killings. On Tuesday, however, after hoodlums had hijacked the demonstration, Lagos, which is the epicenter of the protest, put in place a 24-hour curfew while soldiers moved in to disperse protesters at the Lekki toll gate. Eyewitnesses claimed at least 7 people were killed in the attack, but the state government claimed the figure were exaggerated. On Wednesday, several irate youths took to the streets to burn down government facilities and some private establishments. Copyright The Punch. Thank you for listening to the news. My viewers, this reaction and comment is coming from former Vice President of the United States and current U.S. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden on his caution and advice to our Nigeria President Muhammadu Buhari and the military to restrain on the attack on the protesters. Joe Biden have told categorically President Muhammadu Buhari and the military to cease further attack and crackdown on the protesters, which have led to several deaths. The former American president said this while he was talking to correspondents in a report he titled "Violence in Nigeria." Biden said that the United States must stand up and support Nigerians who are protesting. Therefore, the protesters now are having upper hand against the government. The government have already done it wrong by sending military. When the Operation Crocodile Smile was announced, though it's a genuine military exercise, but it was its time and it fated for the military to move in the street, because the people are already in the street protesting, and if the military leave the barracks and move to the streets, definitely they must clash, and that's what have already happened, and you can see a lot of life and property have been destroyed. So I think the commander-in-chief of the armed forces was not appropriately guided on this. If President Buhari can withdraw, for my own opinion, the military from the streets, I think nerves will be calmed down and the dialogue, meaningful dialogue, will be initiated to avoid further destruction of life and property. I am lending my voice to what Mr. Joe Biden have said and calling our president to restrain and tell his soldiers, the military, to stop attacking the civilians, the protesters. My viewers and my listeners, what is your view? What is your take in this advice, in this warning coming from U.S. Democratic presidential hopeful? The election will be taking place on next month, coming November, to determine whether Donald Trump will be re-elected as president or Joe Biden will win and become the next U.S. president. Let's hear your view regarding this protesters and the killing that is whatever that is going on in this country. Please kindly air your view in our comment box. Let's hear your viewpoints and know what you stay. And if you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel. Click the bell button to get updated anytime we broadcast a new news. Thank you for listening.